Welcome to these video tutorials for TyBsc Computer Science, University of Mumbai, the revised course which was implemented from the year 2010. This is paper 2, Advanced Java. We are starting with Unit 1, Introduction to JFC and Swing, Features of Java Foundation Classes, and a simple program we are going to do in this particular video. Basically, JFC stands for Java Foundation Classes. Okay. It has a group of graphical user interface components. These are the 5 components that are available, or features that are there for the Java Foundation classes. Basically, today we are going to see a sample program which will have Swing GUI components. Okay. Swing GUI components, as the word suggests, it will give you opportunity to create your own graphical user interface. Okay. Other than that, the second one is pluggable look and feel. Okay. This will help you to create your application the way you like it. It will look the same on all the platforms. By default, there is something called as the Java look and feel that is available. This you can change it to any other look and feel that is available. We'll come back to it later. Accessibility API is available so that assistive technologies such as screen readers and blade displays are available. There is a Java 2D API which gives you high quality 2D graphics and internationalization that allows the developer to build applications that can interact with the users in their own language. Okay. The major difference between the Swing and the AWT components, if you are not aware of the AWT component, that was the earlier version that was given by the Sun Microsystems earlier. Okay. AWT components were provided in JDK 1.0 and 1.1 platform, and from the Java 2 platform AWT components are available, but in addition to that Swing has been added to it. The biggest difference between the AWT and the Swing components is that the Swing components are implemented with absolutely no native code. What does this mean? If you create an application in AWT, it will look different under each operating system. Say for example, if you have developed a code for Windows, okay, in AWT, then it will look different in that particular operating system. If the same code, if you take on and move to a different platform, it will look different. So that is one thing. The second main is it uses all the native code. Since it uses the native code, the AWT applications are heavyweight. We'll start with a small example of creating a login screen. A very basic example. There are basically 6 steps that I'm going to follow to create a sample login screen. Now normally in step 1 in Java, what we basically use is the classes. Okay, so there is a class. There are some classes that we are going to use. Say for example, the user has to enter his name, the user has to enter his password, then after that he will click on a button so that he can submit what he has entered. Okay, so for doing that, the first step that we are going to follow is import 2 packages. Okay, usually this is not recommended, importing the entire package. The class becomes heavy, but just for simplicity case, what we are doing here is we are importing the entire package. So first is java x.swing.star and second is java.awt.star. That is the first step that you have to do while you are creating a sample GUI program. Then in the second step, you need to decide what heavyweight container you are going to use. Now for example's sake, what we are using is a JFrame. Okay, simply what I have done here is the class has been named as login and it extends the JFrame. Now this is the parent class, so all the functionality that is available for the JFrame is now available with login. In step number 3, what we are going to do is create instances of all the classes that are required. Now here I have want 2 text boxes, 2 labels and 2 buttons. So that is my step number 3. Now one more advantage of declaring all these components here is that they have global access. That means these variables or these instances you can access from anywhere in the class. In the fourth step, which is inside the constructor, what we are going to do is we are going to create all the components. Okay, for example, if I want to create a text box, then txt name is the name of the object and I am passing no parameters here. Okay, usually all the classes that are available in Swing and in the Java API, they all have a 0 parameter constructor. Two labels we have created, okay, by giving them a string parameter. Now this string will appear in the application. Two buttons we have created using the new operator JButton OK and JButton cancel. So that is my step number 4. In step number 5, what we need to do is we need to get the content pane which returns me a container. That is the reason why we have used java.awt.star, because the container class belongs to the AWT package. After I get the content pane, now this is required because you cannot add any components directly to the JFrame. You need to get the content pane and then all the components that are available you can add it to the content pane. Now here we have declared 6 components, so all those 6 components have been added inside the container. One more small setting we have to do here, that I'll come to that later. That was our step number 5. Now in step number 6, what we are going to do is we are going to write a main method. Every class needs a main method, so simple public static void main I have used. Inside this, what I have done is I have created an object of the login, the class that we have written. Two important properties I need to set, that is the visible property and the size property. By default, the JFrame is of the size 0,0 and the visibility property is false. Before I compile this program, I would like to tell you that there is one small setting that I need to do here, that I'll tell you what to do. We'll just compile the program. See, okay, so that's my program getting compiled and this is my output. As you can see that there's only a single component that is that is the cancel button. If you notice that the cancel button is the last component that we have added, the last component is only visible inside my output stream. That the reason being that by default JFrame has border layout as the layout manager. All the components that are added inside the JFrame directly go in the center of the border layout. That is the reason why I'm going to add. This is the line that we have added, con.setLayout new of flow layout. We'll just compile the program. I have not saved it yet. Okay, now that I have saved my program, the settings were not saved, so I have compiled the program and this is the output. As you can see, the text box are hardly visible. I have set a minimum length. The text box are not visible. We'll do a small setting for that. Also, if you see, when I close the window, the program does not get exited. I have to press Ctrl+C to come out of the program. A few properties we have changed. I have given the size of the text field as 20. We have added one more line, that is the set default close operation, and I have set the size as 200, 200. Now you can see that the text box have a width of 20. 20 does not denote that only 20 characters you can add. You can add more than 20 characters, but the size will be restricted to 20 pixels. And now when I close, if you see carefully, it comes out of the application. Thank you for viewing this. Please leave a comment. Thank you.